Okay, hello C-Tech. I was asked today to make a video explaining how to do a few things in Figma. So I'm going to take a few moments here and try and build this, show you what I was talking about. So click on JavaScript, click on a new one, create a frame. What we'll do is we'll start with like phone. I'll do iPhone. Now, all I'm doing here is just going to illustrate how you can bring things into another program. So we'll start here, do a little background, add a little color to it. Now we're going to call this over here on the left hand side. Everything that you create will have a place here in the rows going down. You hold Control and hit R, and it will allow you to rename it. You can also right click and go down to rename here. But it's a good idea to just name everything that you place so that you can keep track of things. So we'll just throw some text in here. Let me pull up my Visual Studio Code, test.html. I just want to grab some lorem ipsum. We'll do, I don't know, we'll say 50. So now I have some text I can put in here. Let's make it white. So, you always gotta grab everything. There we go. I have a little bit of trouble seeing this window. I wish they had a dark version of this kind of menuing system. They're really light colors, and on my monitor it's kind of difficult to see. All right, so we have some text in here. We could add a couple of other things. Let's go ahead and add maybe a heading outside of the text. We'll just call it heading. And we'll go ahead and make this bigger. Hold the Alt key to make this draggable. Move it over once you have it. Now, so we have a heading, we have some text, and we have a background. Now, all you have to do is click over here on the left, hold the Control key down, and you could click on an item. See how it skipped that? The Control key allows you to grab an item and skip things in between. If you click on the top one, hold the Shift key, it's going to grab everything. See how I did that? Now when you have everything, you can right click and you can do group selection, or you can just do Control G and create a group. Then right click and rename it, or do what I do, which I think is much quicker, Control R, and you can just say, well, it already says group 1, but we'll just call it stuff. So now that we have some stuff, let's make something else really quick. So we'll grab this, do another box. We'll do red, do some crimson red for Wazoo colors. Grab another text. We'll do heading 2. Do another text box. Throw in some lorem ipsum. Gonna have to highlight all this, make it smaller, hold the Alt key, drag it back down so we can fit it in there. And there we go. Now we have our stuff. Now let's name that stuff 1. Stuff 1. Now we grab all of our other things. There's another thing you can do is grab these and move them in the order that they're in. I try to do these on background on the bottom because you want all the other text to lay on top of it. If it was below it, you would no longer see the text, so you need to kind of keep the background on the bottom, keep the other items above it. Hold the Shift key down, Control G to make a group, Control R, and we'll call this Stuff 2. All right. So now that we've got all of our items in here, I'm going to show just a couple of things that make this really nice. Now, if I wanted to move this box, I can just move this all around now. When I click on this, it grabs the whole box. See how it does that? That makes it really nice. I can resize the whole box. Obviously, you're going to have to fix your text inside of it. But once you have it, it's really easy to do. You just grab this, pull it out a little bit. I can move the heading if I wanted to. I can grab the text and move it around a little bit, and then grab the whole thing once again. And see how I'm moving this? Makes it really nice. I can move it above. I can move it below. Makes when you're moving things around when you're doing a web page a lot easier if you group the things together. But this is kind of the cool thing you can do. So now I'm just going to highlight the whole thing. I'm just going to do a Control C. Let's go back to my files, and we're going to start a new draft. So I click on the frame. Now we're going to do a desktop. Grab the desktop. We'll just do this guy. Now I can just Control V, bam. Check it out. All that stuff I had on the other page is now here. Now I can, the nice thing is it brings everything over. And now if I want to grab stuff 1, I can just highlight it and bring it on over. And if I want to start editing the text, look at this. I can just make it fit into the size of the window. If you've already done all your work on the heading and everything, bam, you have new information added to your window without even having to recode it. I mean, you'll still have to come in and, adjust things like I'm doing. But once you have it highlighted, also may not know this, but hopefully you do. But when you have something highlighted, like we have highlighted here, and you can see the boxes around it, the arrow keys allow you to be able to move that around. So also you can keep an eye over here for width and height. And there's also some nice things if you want to line it inside the box like that. You can do it just like this. Oh, but keep an eye on this. See how the box was so big? It didn't move my heading towards the center. Bring that box around it, and bam, now the heading's there. Now if I want to bring my other box in, and we just do the same thing, duplicate what we did before, and bam, now you've just taken a mobile site and moved it over to your desktop. If I'd have known this would have made life a lot easier for that first project. So hopefully that helps you guys. If you have any questions, hit me up on Slack. I'll try and help you out. But yeah, that was it.